Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue explore supposedly Paleolithic characters, that conceptualization of the world through language. In Chinese case, well, logographic. So it's both visual and audio. Through both senses, we communicate. So let's see how Chinese express the second important natural element, that is lightning. So ever since the dawn of civilization, probably before the civilization even, that the caveman age, humans back then, Homo sapiens or Neanderthals, like even further, they must experience lightning just as the contemporary humans do. And before we have the understanding of what lightning actually is, it probably would be imagined as some magical thing, some superpower thing that's imposing on the our existence. Right? What's the purpose of lightning? Like why they're lightning? Like what does it relate to how we operate on the ground level with this um, weather condition? So back then, probably weather condition was not even conceptualized, but this is some weird natural phenomenon that exists for humans, and this is how Chinese conceptualize. Okay, 电 is how we pronounce it, fourth tone. And if you know a little bit of a contemporary Chinese, you will recognize this simple spelling of 电 actually means electricity. That's the most important um, concept for today simplified Chinese. We don't really see, when we see 电, the first reaction to this word just by single character without a context would be electricity instead of lightning, because today's age, everything is electronics or electrified. So we're on the grid all the time, or our devices are on this essential operating power for us. That's human already pretty refined through the use for society to operate on, right? So electricity is today's essential, like more closer to us instead of lightning. Lightning is only a weather event that we be lucky enough to witness once in a while, right? So electricity, Chinese express it with the rain, the same expression as yesterday, the rain, the sky, connection to the ground, the big space below the sky filled with droplets. Even as four, it means multitudes of that. And then the bottom here, that's the like interesting part of how Chinese conceptualize what lightning is. And this probably, I don't know how, if this is an even Paleolithic concept, because it got some pretty advanced thinking over there. This three horizontal lines connected with this one vertical line is a Chinese depiction of hands. So it's double hands handed from top of the string down. We have first person perspective in the character creation. We use this three finger hand symbol most often, reach from the bottom of this frame to show this is your hand. You're speaking from your user of this language perspective. That's your hand. If it's a reach from the top of the frame, kind of like, well, I have to have three fingers down, kind of like this. This is somebody else's hand. And this somebody else is that person who's handling the lightning bolt, symbolized by this reverse S curve sign. That's going top left to bottom right direction and have a curvature in it. And of course, we know in reality, lightning, if we can capture it in a still frame of photography, okay, just like this one, like shaped like tree branches, right? It's not anything smoothed out like this reverse S curve. But as a language abstraction tool, that tree branch shape was not represented in here. But the concept of that, of this lightning bolt, is an irregular shape. It goes from heaven to earth, right? Kind of just like this rain have this vertical line connecting the top frame, which is our outer boundary of existence, from top to down. And it doesn't travel straight line, right? That's the part. By going in a not straight line and it's diagonal, and it's not even diagonal line, it's not a straight diagonal line, that shows it's a nonlinear form. And I guess that's the as simplified, but at the same time, as realistic as possible for language to represent what lightning bolt looks like. And this double hand is the interesting thing because Greek mythology, conceptualized the same way. It is something superpower beyond human control. Like who is throwing that lightning bolt? Greek said it's the god Zeus, right? And Chinese didn't give a name to that god, but it's showing this is handled, this double hand symbol is handled by somebody from up there and throwing us light bulbs, lightning to show. So from the beginning, this concept of a 电 is actually lightning, and we later on transferred that to electricity. I guess ever since Benjamin Franklin discovered this are the two are the same thing. Okay, 雷电交加 is how Chinese describe the weather condition. When it's a thunderstorm, you have the thunder going, and then you have the storm, the rain going. And Chinese make it explicit by pointing out we not only have the thunder, which is the sound, but we have lightning, which is the visual. And 交加, they alternatively, 交, like take turns, and 加, like overlap on top of each other. That's kind of a dramatic, like theatrical representation of how a thunderstorm day would look like. 雷电交加. Okay. The second expression, 风驰电掣, I translate it as the wind blow and the lightning pull. Okay. 风驰电掣. If you know a little bit more about Chinese, that this 驰 means galloping. The wind travel as fast as the horse galloping. Okay, just a few days ago, the weather condition of my local area said the wind went up to 80 miles per hour. The wind can travel that fast, 80 miles per hour. And that's like my driving speed. I mean, I'm a fast driver. Okay. Okay, I shouldn't admit that openly, but sometimes depends on the traffic flow, I go up high like that. But 80 miles per hour, it's pretty fast. I'm not sure horses can do that. Actually, I'm pretty sure horses cannot do that because I think the fastest is speed runner in the animal kingdom, just powered by muscle power. As wait, what's it called? Cheetah. Okay, it's a 60 miles per hour range. Definitely below 70 miles per hour. So the wind can literally blow faster than the horse. But for Chinese conceptualization of the speed, we have to compare the wind speed to something that are familiar to us. So 驰 would be the horse galloping speed. And that's how we describe the wind blows super speedy. Okay, 电掣. Okay, lightning and 掣 means pull, means somebody using their hand to pull something. And again, this hand pulling the light bulb. That's the same conceptualization lineage down. We use 电掣, this 掣, to show that somebody actually is throwing that light bulb to us. Okay, 电闪雷鸣 is another description of thunderstorm night, and we will point it out as lightning flashes and then the thunders Okay, translate as a chirp because if you know Chinese a little bit, this is a mouth symbol. That means making a sound. Who is making a sound? It's the bird making the sound. So, I mean, birds sing would be chirping, right? But we know this is not accurate at all because thunders, when they rumble, it's pretty deep sound. And English divides this sound descriptor, rumbling, right? It sounds kind of lower, right? Dropping the pitch to lower. It's a low frequency sound. Um, but birds, the organs to produce the bird sound are the bird's body, which is not that huge, right? Versus thunders can be created over a giant space in relative to humans, right? So it's bigger space, lower frequency, super low frequency, but Chinese somehow use ming, means chirping, this bird sound, high pitch tone to describe that. So I guess 电闪雷鸣 here is a misnomer or misdescriptor of what actually sound like. At least the pitch was not accurate. All right, so there you go. Lightning. I hope you enjoyed the episode and see you tomorrow.